Yeah, right. We have to pick the next one. Okay, stars shine for you. So now we get to decide where we're going.
Yep. And we might have to consult with the planning book to figure out what the standings are, because everyone else has probably had a battle since we had a battle.
Yep. That's the
So there's
assumption. All right, so we're up against the...
we have just infinite favor.
Yeah, we will always have enough favor. So as long as we don't go for the dissidents, it looks like we're...
Wait, what about going for the dissidents?
Oh, that's interesting. The probability of success went up by 3.
I think it was because you got the letter from Headwind being like, yeah, he's going to be working with your plan.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just the Rites doing... I don't know.
I'm a little bit leery about sending Rookie yet, because we still don't know his...
Oh, can we look at the planning board again? I just wanted to see.
Okay. Kind of wish I could click on it.
Okay. Well, I dislike the accusers.
Well, let's see who we have available first.
Oh.
So we've got Chastity.
Okay, well, that's the evil tree dude.
The Accusers.
The accusers. Barker.
And the Dissidents.
Wait, those are the only 3?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Barker.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we've got anybody else.
Yeah, Haub and that. Well, I dislike the accusers and the Chastity.
I'm a little bit leery about going up against the Dissidents in retrospect. Part of the problem is I don't know who to send next. Who to get rid of next.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I almost feel like...
Do you want to face the Dissidents so that you can see what Rookie's and Barker's
yeah,
story is?
I kind of want to face the Dissidents, and if that means we go up against the Withdrawn, that's okay.
Because we know we like...
Because Rookie has never said what his crime is. I don't want to send anybody up until we know what happened to him.
Right.
Whereas we could send Jodariel.
You really think you would want to send Jodariel?
I can live without her.
Hmm.
Like, at this point, the enemies are becoming too fast, so I can't just push them around with her aura. Whereas, Faye, for example, is effectively a sniper rifle.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody else is pretty fast.
Jodariel, you're able to get by through some of the battles because her aura was so massive.
Oh, you know what? No, you know who the other person we're going to be sending is, though? We're going to be getting rid of,
Sir...
Yeah, Sir Gilman. Yeah. So...
Do you just want to face them to see what they're like?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind facing them because we don't have much for the accusers, and this would let us work on Rookie's story. And we can still send Sir Gilman off because I feel like we've more or less hit the end of what he has to say.
Because they're top of the pack, do you feel like it's going to be a hard fight?
No. I think it'll be a pain because they're fast and small, but...
They're all fast dogs.
Yeah, but, I mean, it'll be okay. Probably. Remember, I can also redo battles as many times as I want.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can restart if I'm losing. So let's go after them, and that'll give us some satisfying stuff with Rookie. We're gonna be butting heads against old Barker again, are we, chum? Well, I guess it helps to know ahead of time so I can brush up on my groveling.
He then shares with you what he knows of your next opponent. Barker Ashpaws, a volatile cur whose pack, the Dissidents, conduct the rites more so for thrill than freedom. Back on the other side, Barker never quite took to the culture of the Commonwealth and often ran afoul of the law for various acts of boorishness or vandalism. He always promised to go straight, and in time he found a certain niche, for he was an accomplished hunter. And the people of the Commonwealth did have an appetite. Barker relished the hunt more than anything and spent his earnings on a variety of questionable things. One particularly raucous evening, Barker was caught relieving himself on the foot of the statue of the Archjustice Androbolus IV. And that was the end of his citizenship.
Archjustice Androbolus IV, the Grand Judge who, in 617 AS, issued a decree prohibiting literacy in answer to growing unrest.
Oh, so people were becoming so learned they were questioning their authority?
Yeah.
And he banned reading.
Those who violate the law of Commonwealth face sentencing by the anointed Archjustice.
So he urinated on the statue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In the downside, it seems he caught the notice of the dissidents, who in turn must have observed his speed, ferocity, and fearlessness. He is now the best of them. Barker's reputation grew among the exiled curs of the Jomer Valley region, where he is feared and unafraid on taking what he wants.
Not long after they flushed me down, I was trying to make ends meet and made a deal with him. In hindsight, let's just say it was a bad idea. He could make my life go real sour if he wants. Anyway, I better go pass out. We got a long few days ahead.
You wish Ruki a restful evening in turn. It is too late to take flight, though tomorrow you can press on.
Alright, so first and foremost, we got a couple of things.
Oh, let's talk with Sir Gilman. Maybe he says that
first...
Oh, you
there we
got
go.
a berry.
Yeah, somebody left a comment on a video. I gotta look this up. So there are a couple of these things that we can get that actually give us items. That we can sell.
Well, like the
Occasionally.
fairy bottle looks nice.
Yeah, so well, that's Patha's moonshine. Or do you mean this thing?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, this just
I
glittering.
just tap on it. Okay.
I mean, the egg. What's in the egg? Or, no, that's the clam. Does the clam give you a pearl eventually?
Okay. You can get sellable mushrooms in the flagged hands, too. So we'll have to look for that. So mushrooms that can
Well, that's
grow.
only if we go to the
Yeah,
flag
if
hands.
we get lucky and we can land there. But try and help me remember all the same. So
Okay.
what was your question?
I don't know, just like the clam, if that was going to give you anything.
No.
Nah,
Well,
it's a
it's
solo
a
shell.
we'd have to murder the thing.
No, that's true.
All right, let's talk to Sir Gilman.
Sir Gilman is in contemplative mood. He has been rather quiet, at least more so than usual, ever since his confrontation with Sir Deluge. He notices you there and slides forth in a solemn manner.
This night, he knows what he shall do now. When this is all over, Master Reader, we Worm Knights, we are all born and raised to prove ourselves superior to all other billions of our kind, to lead our lives, however short, with glory. From the moment we shove past our wormling brethren in their egg sacs to the very end, we are conditioned to excel, to prevail at all costs. This restless pursuit of glory, of fame, of self-worth, it leads most of this knight's kind only to an early doom, or in the case of Sir Deluge, it leads to a life of falsehood. A life of low deceit, abusing one's fellow worm knights, shirking one's responsibility, living in constant fear. This knight cannot abide his former commander, yet he pities him. There must be more to honor than to lead a life engulfed in endless conflict.
He then looks at you intently.
This knight shall ever seek that honor out, when all of this is ended, Master Reader. Thus he vows to you, and he is ever grateful that your guidance led him to this new awakening. But until such a time, this knight is duty-bound unto the Night Wings. This, the fulfillment of the plan, and our pursuit of freedom, is to be his final quest. Plan.
Yep.
So it just goes up by 1. Went up
So
by 3%.
in other words, he's pledging himself to the plan, which is good, because if you had sent him any sooner, maybe he wouldn't actually go through with it, or I don't know. But the fulfillment of the plan is the pursuit of freedom would be the final quest. So that means that he's probably ready to be sent back to the Commonwealth.
Yeah, so I can send him off without a whole lot of fear. For what awaits him afterward is no mere quest. The honor that this knight has sought, it cannot fully be achieved through knighthood, can it? It requires something more. I trust you understand.
He slithers off, his head held high, though not merely in pride. Something has changed in him. You gain 2 presents permanently.
Wish him well. The one thing is, we get all these characters that like become awesome, and then I just toss them off.
Yeah,
It's
they're getting boosts.
Yeah, it's a neat way of handling things, but also like the Pyre hearts. In the words of how the swallow, the accursed, the Pyre hearts shall follow the path forged by the Under King Horus, whose many mighty deeds exceed the smallest statue that somehow contained him. His is the most spirited triumvirate, their courage unfaltering, their hearts full. They live always with vigor, and perhaps they die with it as well. They are the Underking's own kind, as at home above the sea as in it, never ceasing, ever longing, as they do, for something more. The Underking chose wisely for these qualities, and teaches that a life devoid of passion is a life devoid of life itself. That burning passion is the fuel that drives the Pyre hearts, and in turn, us all. Alright, I guess we're good. Anything to summon Sandra?
A visit from my favorite reader. What's
Nope.
the occasion? Until our next appointment.
Sorry. Unless she has something important to say that
I don't know.
initial dialogue is not that useful.
Well, let's go soaring about, I suppose.
Right, you have to charge it up for some reason.
I like the music here.
Oh yeah, this music is great.
Oh, it's the hissy ladies.
Yep.
Oh, them again?
Ah! My beautiful wagon! What has happened? Oh, it is you, my wonderful Nightwings, come to play a little trick on your good friend Manly. Oh, how very, very clever of you, and the damage you've caused my beautiful wagon. Doubtless it was very minimal. Fear not, I can afford the repairs. It is no inconvenience at all, although I have one request of you, to make amends that is. When we next face each other in a fight, I trust you know what I shall ask of you. Would you be kind enough to stand aside and let the chastity prevail? Then we should call it even, and then I will return to the Commonwealth and see to it that you or your loved ones are suitably well rewarded. Now, ta-ta! Yeah, that's not a deal I'm doing.
Also,
Goes
there's
it
no
flag-
guarantee that he would even do any of that.
I'm gonna stay out of everybody's way. I don't actually know
I
if
think
it
you got the
matters.
achievement for bumping into enough people.
Yeah. I just want to figure out where the flagged hands is so we can plan for it.
The flagged hands... Isn't it the desert region?
Maybe.
If so, it'd be south.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, worst comes to worst, if we don't find it up here, that means you are correct, and then we'll check for it next time we go down there. Yeah, I don't think we'll ever be going through the Tempest Eye again. Ow. It's just a little bit bright. Okay, here we go.
Well, that's the Glade of Lu. That's where your next rite
Yep.
is.
The hidden Glade of Lu is nigh impossible to find on foot, though there it lies below us, protected even now by the enchantment of Lu's glory and 100 mines. I understand the river named for him is rather famous in your Commonwealth. The mouth of that River Sklorian opens wide, not very far from here. River Sklorian, largest river on the other side, which cascades down eternally into the downside. Begone to distant lands beneath our own, more suited to your kind. From the sentencing ceremony. It was there that limbless Arazek was defeated, turning the region lush and livable, at least for certain denizens, although, of course, not everyone believes this. Limbless Arazek, that's the Root Titan, vanquished by the scribe Sklorian. Arazek yet lives, a husk, single foul seed, still rotting where something mighty stood, the Book of Rites. Your adversaries, the dissidents, must be working to find their way there even now. Good fortune in your right against them, reader. Okay, so we've got a couple of things we can check
It
out.
looks like you can land in the needle field.
Yep, I just was going to look around for a little while longer. I do not remember coming through this area, but
It was very short-lived.
yeah,
That's the temple itself. The flagging hands is the desert.
yeah. Oh, would the flagging hands, would that have been the thing Jodariel had us find in the very beginning of the game?
She wanted to
Maybe?
look for mushrooms.
I don't
and
know.
Ruki was like, we don't need your filthy fungi, Jadario. You know?
That's an interesting question. Okay, so we can go vocations or right to train in the ways of the Sea Dominion. So this might give Sir Gilman a EXP boost or a vocation boost. I think I'm gonna go Cinder Root,
Okay.
just because we haven't done vocations in a while. And I don't know if I want to train Sir Gilman anymore, because we're sending him off.
Your wagon touches down in the Black Basin where you first met Volfred, and Pamitha as well. She's an outcast of the Winged Highwing Remnants, the Commonwealth's hated enemies. You briefly wonder at what might have happened had your paths not crossed as you considered what to do with the remains of the afternoon.
Is this actually where we met Pamitha? I thought...
I thought we had met her back in the Molten area. Oh, hey, look! There's a amber thing up at the top.
Oh, Magma mug provides a bit of warmth on cold nights, and something at which to nod and stare. A keepsake from Black Basin. Alright. Well, let's check the Book of Rites first. Okay.
The Black Basin and the worms of the molten Malith, the wild witch. The continent we call the Black Basin shall one day tear itself apart, arriving upon blackened molten crags. Tolerable only by the harp Triesta, we pressed onward towards a suffocating wood. This land felt to us somehow primordial. Deep in its roots and noxious crevices lay innumerable clues as to its ancient history, but we had little time to excavate, for our supplies by then were thin. Further, we were lost. Our best attempts at circumnavigation have all failed. It was Luz Glorian who reached out at last onto the stars, and they revealed the way. Then, we at last could see the sacred Mount Elodial there, in the distance. Oh, I suppose this wood is the second half of the molten area.
Yeah.
It's on the left side, whereas the molten stuff is on the right side?
Maybe?
I think so. And the crystal is gleaming.
Yeah, well, she wants Sir Gilman.
There you are again, my lovely reader. How may I be of service?
Okay, ask what's on her mind.
Leave me alone, reader. I am in no mood to talk to you at this time. She is concerned about something, but you cannot sense what, and she refuses to say. I see little need to help on blathering about you. Wait, well, to keep on.
Yeah.
As I once did. I should not have let you in. Begone! My services are yours, but this place is my own.
Scribe trial.
I wonder if she's afraid of being destroyed or cast out or something. I thought she was gonna...
Or caring.
Or, oh... Maybe because she's worried everyone's gonna leave. I'm always prepared to cut your idiots and their egos down to size. Who shall it be?
Okay, Sir Gilman. We don't want that, though.
Yeah, I believe you don't get money from race.
There we go. The extra Pyre restoration should help.
You asked Sandra to administer one of her special rites for Sir Gilman. You think that dimwit of a worm has any chance? Perhaps you are correct, though I put little stock in him myself. Though, let us bring him forth. Soon Sir Gilman appears, and heed the summons.
Master Reader, is this knight perchance in trouble for something? I just like listening to the music on these loading screens. This soundtrack is great. Not as iconic, I think, as Bastion or Transistor, but easier listening.
Well, it's nice for ambiance. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, Worm. You answer to me here.
As you will, Your Highness.
Your Highness. I like the sound of that, though flattery shall get you nowhere here. Demonstrate your competence to me, then, Worm. You shall have to do it mostly on your own, though under the guidance of your lovely reader. I trust you are prepared.
Of course, Your Highness. This knight accepts this challenge. Alright, so what are we up against? Oh, boy.
Oh, so it's a tree person, a witch, and a Jadariel, like, demon.
I don't know how I'm gonna get past this.
You're going to have to jump and, like, cast your trail. Ooh.
Okay, got one. God damn it.
Well, he's slow.
Yeah.
Come on, you can get past her.
Yeah, I can. Gonna take some hits, though. Yeah, unfortunately, well...
Did you replenish your pyre?
Yeah, it goes up by 10.
Oh, that's a spread shot. And
Damn.
the tail end of that spread shot got you.
So the interesting thing is, it shows like a
Whoa.
maximum range. Damn it! I tried.
Snapping back.
Yeah, I tried snapping back, and it.
Well, now it's the tree and Jadariel-ish
Yeah.
demon, so yeah.
I'm not too worried, especially because I can keep replenishing my own flame.
Now they're all there.
Yep.
Ooh.
I'm aware.
Oh, he grew a sapling.
Damn it! Press the jump button too late or something.
Well, you should be able to get back in time. Oh.
Got him.
Okay, good. Oh, yes!
It's okay. He's really fast. We're good.
5 left.
I mostly just have to bait these guys out, which is rough. Oh, of course. Their auras get bigger when they're next to each other. I always forget about that. Well, honestly, this works out fine. Hurts, but
30. Woo!
but if you notice, there's only 2 of them now,
Well, the other one's gonna come back any moment. Ah!
or not. Well, remember.
He's slow.
Damn it.
Oh. And she's fast. Ish.
Sort of. Somebody pointed this out actually. The AI cheats.
Oh, yeah. Oh. She had crossed over your aura, but... Great.
Got it.
Oh gosh, there's no one left except the Judariel one. Ah, there we go.
Okay.
I was like morphing my words like...
Yeah, the Judariel. I'm not.
Sorry, I did not mean to do that.
Huzzah! This knight prevails!
I have no choice but to concur with that assessment, Wrym. Your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order, to you and to your lovely reader. Now, farewell.
Let's see. I'm
You're what?
I'm never ready for these. Cause like
We only do 1 or 2 of them.
yeah, which is rough. Oh well. Master Reader, this knight is humbled after having passed that sorceress test. Wha! By the scales of the Under King Horus. What is it that you have? Alright.
Or is a scale.
Jumps farther than usual. Nice. Kinda helpful. I guess that's it for this area. Okay, well, I guess exit to the downside. Survey Cinderroot. Right, we get to do vocations.
After having reached the thick underbrush of Cinderroot, you volunteer to survey the grounds. You prepare to head out. However, your companions beat you to it in this case.
Tizu indicates that he and Pamitha are going to scout the area this time.
They depart, leaving you to rest up. When they later return with nothing much to report, you are feeling better and are in the midst of deciding which of your vocations to pursue.
Okay, so let's... Oh.
Oh, Ruki. You find Ruki having just put back his Greentail family portrait. There is something of a wistful look in his eye.
Greentail. Ruki's well-to-do Kerr family tied to the Commonwealth's thriving mercantile industry.
Then something comes over him, and he moves in close, lowering his voice.
Look, chum, I gotta level with you about something here real quick. Truth is, I haven't been entirely upfront with you about my family situation.
He hesitates a while, then...
We ain't exactly as rich as I've been letting on. I mean, we do just fine, and we got lots of money stored away. It's just mostly locked up in savings bonds and...
He seems to catch himself in the middle of another tall tale and relents before you can respond, one way or the other.
The situation is, my mom back on the other side, she needs a little bit of help, financially and otherwise. All she's got now are my knuckle-headed uncles to keep her steady. I always told her I'd make something of myself, you know? I was just a clerk in her shop. Things started getting tough for us, so I started looking for all kinds of different work. Got in with some unseemly sorts, I guess. The pay was real good, and we took to shipping certain stuff down here, of all places. Flushing it straight down the river, watertight. The pay was right, and Mom was proud of me. We were eating real good all the time. But, well, you can probably guess what happened. I barely scraped by after they flushed me down here. Would have been food for a bunch of howlers had Jody not bailed me out of a tough spot one fine evening.
Yep. So she saved him.
As for my mom, she doesn't know the half of it. My uncle told her I'm away on business. Not entirely true, I guess, but if she knew, I'd break her poor heart. So, don't know how to put this, chum, but I want to get out of here. Get back to what I was doing back home. On the straight and narrow, though. I go straight this time for sure. I just don't go telling everybody old Rookie Greentail's just a mama's boy, okay? I got a certain reputation to uphold.
He quickly scampers out the door. His past has been weighing heavily on him, but you sense he is sincere about wishing to lead an honest life.
Okay, so Rookie's biography. So crime, smuggling. He was involved in an illegal operation shipping contraband to the downside. As mercy guides our hand, we spare your lives, but rid ourselves of you. Okay, same thing. And motive, self-gain. Records state he sought to undermine the special societal fabric.
Social fabric.
Of the Commonwealth. And the downside, one's past tends not to be a subject for discussion, so it's the same thing, and he's been here for 4 years. We know nothing about her. He's only been here for 3. I still love it. Crime and motive. They're great.
Yeah, so we still need to learn more about Faye, Tizo,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, realistically, we could, depending on how things go with Barker, we could probably safely send Jadariel, Rookie, or Sir Gilman back.
Yeah. I might send Rookie. All the same. Because no matter what, we're going to, we've kind of finished his track, which is good. Okay, so let's do vocations.
Sure.
Studying private. Pick up hope. I'd like to focus on individual characters, but it doesn't seem safe, necessarily.
Because you could be sending one of those characters home. This afternoon, you feel especially drawn to the Book of Rites, and find a place to look upon its words. Through greater understanding comes the reader's influence.
Alright, last of hope, and then we can work on glory.
You extract a deeper meaning from the words and teachings of the Book of Rites, one you feel in your core, yet struggle to articulate. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. You've gained spirit.
Yay. Okay, we don't have anything else. Continue our journey to the Glade of Lu. Oh yeah, I guess this is the other half of the magma area. You were correct.
Mm-hmm. So that's why they said that we found Pamitha here, because sort of?
Yeah, this whole region.
En route to the Glade of Lu, the wagon comes to a sudden halt. That does it. I am leaving. The cause of Jadariel's outburst soon becomes apparent. Well, reader darling, at least some of us know how to take a joke, wouldn't you say? Look, she was reminiscing once again about her soldier days, and I just happened to point out, I may have suggested that fiery destruction of the Spiral Sanctum happened on her former unit's watch. I mean, didn't it? Not that she would have made much of a difference had she been there herself. She ought to thank the saint that she was spared by her exile here.
Saint Triesta Tithys, 5th of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Disciplined or the Blessed Born.
That's the harp one.
Yep, the eldest of the harp matriarchs. She anointed the Book of Rites and gave its words their power.
I thought she held no love for your commonwealth. I shall never understand what it is your people ever saw in that dreadful place. But I guess I hit a sore spot. I should probably apologize. She swoops off. There's no sign of either one of them. Wait. Does this mean you're not going to have either for the Rite?
Looks like it.
You organize a small search, and it proves fruitless. But then, Jodariel returns, alone, as if nothing happened. She is back to her calm self. Let us continue. I regret the interruption. Pamitha soon comes back as well. Oh, don't you worry, darling. I've definitely patched things up between us. Honest. At least, I think perhaps I didn't make things worse. She returns to her business in the wagon. You make ready to resume your travels, but take a note to follow up with them. Okay.
Alright, Glade of Lou, Freedom Pact,
And we have more
Slug
talking.
Market, more talking. I like that. I like the gameplay in this game, but it stresses me out, and it's kind of super infrequent as opposed to the choose-your-own adventure. I almost wish it was a tactical RPG like everyone had assumed, because that would have made it so much easier to, like, switch back and forth between, because there's not... I don't have to worry about my reflexes being sharp or anything like that. Oh well.